Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So this story is so sad and heartbreaking. I couldn't post the original story because the lady she's like crying. Oh my god. My heart breaks for her, honestly, but hey, it is what it is. So take a look at the story.
There's a video of this lady, and she's crying and she's on the phone with her first cousin. Now, for y'all who don't know who a first cousin is, a first cousin is like your bestie, your road dog. Like that's your closest like family member other than like, your sister or brother. So she's on the phone crying because she found out that her first cousin has been sleeping with her husband of 7 years. Now her and her husband been together for 12, married for 7. This first cousin has been sleeping with her husband for a full year. On top of that, this cousin is pregnant. She just decorated for like a baby shower for this cousin during Easter weekend. On top of that, this woman gave her husband her entire 401k to pay off his back child support. Now he has left her for the cousin. And so I'm just sitting here in like disbelief. But the betrayal, boy, ooh.
Yeah. This is one of those stories that it's like a lot of things don't surprise me these days. A lot of things. Am I surprised? No, I'm not. It doesn't. But the heartbreak is double, It's not only coming from your husband. I don't know how long she said they were married for. Did she mention it? Your husband, they have kids. So I'm thinking she's thinking they are locked in, right? But this guy had other plans. So, my God. And then the cousin. I don't know what I'll do if I was in this situation. Honestly, I don't know what I'll do. I know I'll become a different person. I don't know what I'll do. Is it new? No. Cousins, other sisters, aunties, uncles, grandfathers, I don't know. Going after spouses and girlfriends and so on. Those stories have been there. Wow, this is not new. Okay? But in this situation, who do you hold accountable? Because she's crying in the video, like asking the cousin on the phone why she could do this to her. Like, if the husband was going to do that, at least she probably knows men are like that, but why would the cousin do that to her? Right? But I know someone else will argue that the husband is the one that exchanged vows with her, for better, for worse, and all that. So he owes her loyalty. But the cousin too does owe her loyalty. Do you understand? So in this story, it's just crazy. It's one of the worst betrayals that anybody can go through. It's the worst. But if this doesn't teach you anything, don't save a man, don't build a man. Okay? In all things, put yourself first. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, let's get into what people have to say, and I'll continue talking at the end. And leave your own thoughts and opinions in the comments. Thank you.
I understand the betrayal. I went through something similar years ago. Boy, that hurt. When I tell you I feel for this woman, like, oh my God, I feel for this woman so badly. But you do not empty out your savings to pay a man's back child support. If a man that you are with has back child support, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. And you emptying out your 401k, that 401k is for you. That's for your security, for you to be able to retire and live off of. And you emptied it out for him to pay back child support for adult children, not children. These are adult children that he owes back child support on. She emptied out the 401k and gave it to him, and he cleaned out her savings and then left her for this cousin. Y'all, when I tell you I would be crashing the fuck out, I'm talking about I would be doing everything in my power to make him and her my next co-star in an episode of Snap. Don't play with me. Bruh, some men out here ain't shit. And women. Cause first cousin, And the way the cousin is on the phone, and she don't give it. You could tell she don't give a damn. It's so messed up. So messed up, y'all.
Not only did he hurt her feelings, he done messed up her family. He messed up his family. And how he gonna be with the cousin? I think he left her to be with the cousin, y'all. I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. That would take me... That'll just throw me in the garbage. That'll throw my whole feelings in the garbage. It would take only God himself to pick me up from that. Like, how could her cousin do that? How can you do that? How can you break somebody's heart like that? How do you even look at somebody else's man that's not yours? How do you do that to a family? Even if you did find yourself liking him, okay, you might have thought he was cute, but how do you do that? Why would you do that? What would make you do that? Like, I don't understand. That was so heartbreaking.
So that lady who was on here crying about how she gave her 401k to her husband to pay back child support and he was cheating on her with her first cousin, it's prime example of why you should always choose yourself. Do you see how he was okay with her using her resources, using her finances, kind of putting herself in a very shitty situation to help him out of his situation? That's a prime example of how men always choose themselves. So ladies, you don't have to experience this first-handedly to take some lessons that she should have learned, and now she has to learn the hard way. You can apply these lessons to your life moving forward. Always choose yourself. Never give a man your money. Never tap into your savings to give to another person. It doesn't even have to be a man. Always prioritize yourself, your well-being, and your mental health. Another lesson that could be learned is if he had back child support and he's not taking care of his current kids, what makes you think that when you step into that life with him that he's going to take care of you, take care of your kids, and prioritize y'all's life together? He was a big walking red flag, because a man that is not taking care of his children, his responsibility, is not a man you want to be near. And to that woman, if you haven't done already, make sure you're separating finances. Go talk to a financial advisor, and then go talk to an attorney if you haven't already started the divorce process. See what you're entitled to. I'm not sure if you're even able to recoup some of that money back, but go talk to the experts in that area. They may give you an idea or help you navigate the situation. Next, they're saying that he left you with 2 kids. That may be considered child abandonment. I'm not sure where you live, but go ahead and talk to your lawyer. Can I file a report for child abandonment against this man, because he left you with those kids clearly, and I don't think, based on the situation, that he's planning to come back, but an attorney should be able to help you with that. And lastly, you're dealing with a lot emotionally, and I hope you have a strong support system in place, but I would consider like going to therapy for the situation and just building your community and moving forward, learning from this very hard lesson that you've had to learn. And I wish you all the best in the future, and I hope you keep your head up.
Your husband was having an emotional and physical affair with your cousin, and you thought it was a good idea to set up your camera and be on the phone crying big tears to cousin Faith, the perpetrator. And Faith ain't had nothing to say. You talking about, why me? Why me? And Faith just like, girl. And you emptied out your 401k to give to a man to pay his back child support for his kids, but he put himself first. He emptied out your bank account and left you and your kids with nothing. Child, this is so far from a laughing matter, but I find it so hard to feel bad. Like, I don't know, like, I just can't bring myself to feel bad for stupidity. Why would you empty out your 401k? Why would you get with a man who has back child support? Why would you get with a man who on child support at all? Because you're not about to dip in my pocket for nobody else. I'm so sorry. And them type of women be the same ones looking down on other women that accept money and gifts from men. Look, if you're not the gold digger, likely the man you're with is the gold digger.
I need to get off TikTok because y'all about to run my blood pressure up. You saying there's a girl or a woman, a grown woman, who emptied out her whole 401k to pay a nigga's child support of kids that belongs to another woman? You're telling me, again, a grown ass woman empty out all of her 401k savings to pay a nigga's child support to kids that belongs to another woman? We listen, we don't judge. Sometimes it's okay to judge. Judge. The term good sense of judgment, the word judge is in good sense of judgment. Yes. Some things needs to be judged. I mean, I wonder if she had a friend that she consult this with first, or family if she consult this with first. They didn't, I know you can't stop somebody from doing something, but at least they say, girl, that would be dumb as if you do some bullshit like that before she actually did it. At least that first. Even though sometimes people gonna do what they want to do anyway. And on top of that, to find out the same man you empty out your 401k for to pay all his child support for kids that belongs to another woman, he ends up cheating on you with a family member that you're close to. This is not tea. This is just an example of how it's important for women to have self-preservation. Self-preservation. I don't give a fuck how much you attach to this person or how much you think you love them or lust them. Self-preservation is key. I'm all for companionship. I'm all for a nice, mushy, lovely romance when it's genuine. But do not be detrimental to yourself because of it. Consequences are always got to be paid. Karmic debt must be paid. To have sympathy is one thing. Okay. But to understand, you can't expect so many people to feel sorry for you when you have to be accountable and learn this lesson and pay this karma debt. And you can also say, I don't care, it ain't my business, it ain't my problem, which it's not. It ain't my business, it ain't my problem either. But to speak on it, to say, hey, no one she consulted with or let her know before this happened saying, hey, you're being a dumbass. She need more Aquariuses in her circle. Let me stop. But she need more people that's going to keep it real. Self-love. Self-preservations. Regardless of how much you think you love somebody, how much you think you attach to somebody. Because once you do something detrimental to yourself, you will have to face the consequences, regardless of how much you crying about it, how much you venting about it, how much you want people to feel sorry for you. It doesn't change the fact that you are going to have to face the consequences.
They say ain't nothing new under the sun. Giving somebody your 401k sounds pretty new to me. I'm stuck on that because you were focused. I mean, you were stacking up that 401k and you just gave it all away. What does a man do or say to infiltrate your brain for you to do that? And then it's like this economy, not just the economy, but this system, the way it's designed to keep you stuck in a cycle. You don't want financial freedom. You don't want to retire, because that's more important to me than, but everybody got different shit that's important to them. So, girl, I know nobody's perfect, but that's your 401k.
Extremely transparent. I'm not too bit shocked about the lady that sat up here and pretty much cleared her 401k to pay her husband's back due child support, and now he's cheating on her. Cheating on her with her cousin. I've heard multitude of stories. I actually know some person, God bless the dead, that did that. Came up on some money, paid off her boyfriend, at the time boyfriend's back due child support, got engaged, and when it was all said and done, the man up and left. This happens very often. So when people are like, oh, I'm so shocked, I'm so surprised, I'm not. You'll be surprised how many desperate women do the most irrational things behind men. Because there's no way I'm paying back paid child support. There's no way. I can't be that desperate. I'm sorry. This just can't be.
Yeah. So as I was saying, don't save a man. Don't build a man. You know, don't sacrifice yourself for a man. Because men, they will disgrace you. Even for those family members, don't vouch for them because you never know. It's crazy. You know, so as I was saying, don't build a man. Don't take care of them. Don't help them. Don't save them. What did that song say? Don't save them. They don't want to be saved. Don't save them. Save yourself. Save yourself and your kids if you have to. Save yourself first in everything because, hey, one thing a man is going to do, a man is going to save himself. A man will watch you sink. A man will watch you drown. And some of those relatives as well. A lot of people are selfish in this world. They only care about themselves and their happiness. And if you allow them, my dear, they are going to use you. They will use you, okay? And then they will call you the bad person. I'm sure they have their side of the story. And it makes sense to them. Do you understand? It makes sense to them. Whatever they are putting you through, it makes sense to them. Right? It makes sense to them. They are sitting there and they are thinking to themselves, yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Let's do this to this woman. And someone is, oh, they fell in love. They fell in love. Did they? I mean, and she was planning her baby shower, not knowing what was happening. And he was taking money while they were struggling for money. This guy was taking money. He had the money to give to their cousin. There's this video of this guy who was talking about why he doesn't date his type anymore. Because when he sees his type, he spends money. And I know when we say women have their type and they have their dream girls, like the women that they'll do anything for. But then someone will argue, so what happened to the other children, the older children that he took her money for? Did he not love all of them? He just found love in the cousin? I don't know, you know. But once a cheat, I always have that at the back of my mind that once a cheat, always a cheat. When the next opportunity comes that's better than you, they're going to do the same shit to you. Same way they did it to your cousin, they will do it to you. Don't think you are the exception to the rule. Maybe she thought she was also the exception to the rule. She thought that this would never happen to her, especially since they have kids. And they've been together for a long time. And he was able to do it to her. So what makes you think he would do it to you? Maybe yours will be worse. Karma is a bitch. Alright? It's a bitch in capitals. And what's going to come for you? I don't know. Someone will say, then maybe she's also going through it. Maybe she's also getting her karma. We don't know how they started and how they got here. But this is painful. This is very painful. Let it be a lesson to all the women out there. Save yourself. Think about yourself. Prioritize yourself. Don't go on this nonsense, ride or die nonsense. They are going to embarrass you. I'm telling you, they will embarrass you. I'm telling you, when the time comes and push comes to shove, that's when you know if they love you or not. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here and I'll see you again in another video. Take care of yourself and one another. Bye.